ungafika uzibrande kulaa track. Klerz! One time!
By the way, it's
the MOGL.
The MOGL.
It's gonna be like a huge gap. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to MOGL Weekly with Khanya Klerz. As you may have guessed, I am Khanya Klerz. This is episode I'm not sure I care right now because I'm the Kokran. We are today going to be focusing solely on a person that I have for many years referred to as Soul. The person that I was introduced to in 2006, I think, 2007. I was introduced to his music 2006, then I was introduced to him, I think, around 2007. Yes, exactly. And this person has been like a consistent reminder of what music is supposed to be to my life. You understand? Like, this person has lived through everything that I can learn about umculo, about music, about art. This person has just been the embodiment here, but that's not what we're talking about today. What we're about today is not the funeral, the sad, the whatnot. No, guys, everyone can do that morning thing. I'm here to celebrate his life. I'm here to celebrate some of his works. And don't by any means think that this is his entire catalog. It's just some songs. I just need you to listen. Small disclaimer, as these stories progress, you'll find that I refer to people as their aliases. I don't see the need to refer to them as their names. Firstly, A, this episode is not about them. B, they are all part and parcel of this one story. Only one person has been referred to by name here, and it is Soul. I call that his name, but it's actually his alias. Well, his name is Ongevapi. So picture a moment in time where I am, I'm still learning how to make beats. I'm on, I think, Fruity Loops 4 at the time. My beats sound like shit. This super digital, and just put a piano on, drop a kick, a bass or whatever, and then I got a beat. So my beats really sounded pretty similar, all sad and whatnot, with strings all over it, whatever. And so these guys, they come through, and I knew them from my previous year because we used to rap and battle together and whatever in the cyphers. because there was ciphers, and we attended those things like it was church. So they come through and they're like, yo man, we're trying to put together a UMT mixtape. I'm like, what's a mixtape? Yeah, you know, a bunch of tracks that we get together and we're trying to make a couple of tracks. And so if you have any beats lying around, we'd love to use them. Like, oh, you want to use my shit? It was crazy because no one's ever approached me and said, yo, I want beats or whatever. And so I was like, yo, man, grab these are the only 4 beats that I've learned and mastered making. If you like anything, grab. And one of those guys was called, his alias is Nameless. And he grabbed one of those beats. But, you know, we then chilled with the people. Because I at the time hadn't seen them for, I think, a couple of months. And then they start playing some beats of theirs that they already possessed, that they're already using. And one of those beats was like this one, like repetitive loopy piano with a hard kick and a hard drum line. That's a bit. It sounded like something that was downloaded in my mind, because I'm like, yo man, how are you gonna clear this? Because now we're here making local beats for you and you're actually downloading shit from the internet. And they're like, yo man, this was actually made by somebody from around here. Somebody from where? And I'm like scared as fuck right now, because I can't believe that somebody that is known by people that I know makes music that sounds like what I just heard, because I've never heard anything like what I just heard. And they're going, no, it's a guy that just came through, I think from King. And if I'm wrong about this, yeah, you can fact check it later. I'll fact check it, I guess. So now they're going on about, yo man, no, this guy, I mean, yo, does he rap too? He's like, nah, he doesn't necessarily rap. He tries, but you know, he doesn't really rap. All right, cool, it's no problem, because his beats are banging. Oh, okay, cool. I'd like to hear some more of these beats or meet him or whatever. And they're like, yeah, cool, whenever. And it wasn't until I think a full year when I will then come to bumping into this nigga, you know. And when I bump into this guy, it's like, yo, what's up, man? And he's like, yo, I'm a huge fan of your shit. Oh, what? This guy's full of games. So yeah, man, yeah, that's how I met Soul. Shit. Crazy.
Shallows. Quite mellow. Hello. Thought if I rhymed when I went out. Now I'm back, shouting out. Okay, guys.
It's
Calm yourself down, calm yourself down. Breeze. You really need to relax. I know you're saying that you got my back, but in fact you just need to relax. Saying it ain't a radio track, though it depends on sheet out. Relax. Just press play and let the people be the ones to react. So hold back and relax and do shit, man. We ain't like that. Now when I'm sheet out, relax. I know you're saying that you got my back, but in fact you just need to relax. Saying it ain't a radio track, though it bangs, I'm sheet out, relax. Just press play and let the people be the ones to react. So hold back and relax and do shit, man. We ain't like
relax. Put your medulla on ice, mshitans akuthintha xa ndifuna i-advice. Until then, my friend, I live my life how I wanna. Dude, it's not like you're paying my bills or retaining my scales. Paula, Smodja, hold your ideas, I don't care, don't you get it? Who sold plenty records? Just respect my work ethic, if not, relax, kick back and let it go. I can wait if you ain't feeling me. Said look the other way and just leave it be, leave it be. Feel your suggestions with liberty. No arguing, do with me, no regretting it. Stop fretting, go teach accountants how to count things. Or be the lawyer in the case beyond reasonable doubt, kid. I won't rap about rims spinning dim with they teeth cleaning, crisp sipping clothes on my eyes dripping. I'm a grown man. with the flow that's pro-white and pro-black. Suburban Kazi, Makazi, so what you know, black. And son of Bali, Audazi, why don't you fall back?
To relax. I know you're saying that you got my back, but in fact, you just need to relax. Saying it ain't a radio track, though with fans, I'm sheepdog. Relax. Just press play and let the people be the ones to react. So hold back and relax. And do shit, man, we ain't like that. Power and I'm sheepdog. Relax. I know you're saying that you got my back, but in fact, you just need to relax. Saying it ain't a radio track, though with fans, I'm sheepdog. Relax. Just press play and let the people be the ones to react. So hold back and relax. And do shit, man, we ain't like that.
Yo, my Nick. So fast forward a couple of years, I'm in Cape Town. I'm no longer studying in Unitra, right? And my nigga has just pulled through. I think it's his second month now. He's staying with another rapper that we used to rap with called AP. Excuse me, I'm not okay. Maybe I need to relax. So, they stay in Belleville with the AP, and then dude is like, yo man, are you still in Cape Town? I'm like, yeah, I'm still in Cape Town. Like, oh, okay, cool, where? I'm like, Belleville? Why? He's like, I'm in Belleville. Oh shit. Yo, the excitement. I think we even took a picture of that day. I think it's one of my first Instagram posts. I was like, yo, I think if it's not on Instagram, it's on Twitter. I was like, yo, the king of Amaxhosa Mahle is here, or some shit like that. I think it's also on Facebook, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, so dude, I'm meeting up. I last saw this guy 2 years ago, and we're gonna make music, because he's telling me I'm about to stay on a semi-permanent basis. So we're gonna make a lot of dope music together. And he's like, and I wanna be in a group with you. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, oh, why? Because I want to be in-house music too. Oh, and he's like, yeah. So we started a group called Bar Culture, and we had a song that obviously he had already recorded with a vocalist, a very talented vocalist named Jinx. A song called Amaxhosa Mahle. That song was very, very admired. It was enjoyed a lot at school, and every time I played it, because I played it with every set. It would be like the second last song I play or something, like before I play the big song. It all depends on how the mood of my DJ set is at the time. And everybody responded pretty well to it, because, it had very, rooted Xhosa lyrics. And I came to find out that day that he actually, I think, participated in the writing of that song. Not only did he produce a masterpiece, but the writing as well. So, Umanika, I introduced him to my group of friends. We call each other the ANC. Well, we call each other friends, but we're called the ANC. Why we're called the ANC is because, there's a lot of us. So majority, whatever we're voting for actually goes there. And we were very cool at school. And we drank a lot. Sorry. So we're about to go drinking. And we fuck off. We get there, we buy beers, and as we're chilling, everybody's all cool and whatnot. And I'm like, yo, to one of them, Castro, I'm like, yo, my nigga, what was everyone's favorite song last week? And they're like, Abo, who doesn't know this? Amaxhosa Mahle. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
By the way,
This is the nigga that made the song. Yeah, everybody went crazy. Everybody went, oh my God. People were high-fiving him. People were fucking buying him beers. Instant celebrity. And I'm like, yo, his name is, we don't care. He's Amir Soul. I'm like, yeah, but go on from that. They don't care. Oh, that was an amazing, amazing evening. First of many. Dang.
it's
back in Umtata. He's actually been back for I think a year at that time, and obviously made some new friends. Blah blah blah. But we often keep in touch because we're texting, and I suppose calling, whatever. Just shitting on each other, man. Just always laughing because there's nights in Cape Town where we had a sleepover at the School of Arts. Yes, up Long Street. That was awesome. And we were laughing at people struggle to make beats because they're still being taught what we already inherently know. So it was just crazy. I mean, no offense to anyone that goes there. It's a beautiful school, but no. There's some things that you know. I know you have to learn certain, formats and whatnot about music, but we're not even in a tangent like that. Umaineka.
By the way,
We're now a couple of years later, he's here and I'm coming over for holidays. My birthday is on the 29th of June, so they come over. This is surprising because when I called him, I said, "Oh, you're coming expecting one person," and no, my nigga's coming with 7 other motherfuckers I don't know from her, and yo, man, and they turned out to be pretty nice people because that was the first day I ever went out. Because I grew up in a very strict home, so that was the first day. My nigga was like, yo, man, meet this guy and this guy and this guy, and you find out that they're very cool to chill with. Shit, and it was very, after an hour, because, Kwezi, for example, that was the day I met Kwezi. Kwezi turns out to be into the type of deep house music that I'm into, so, and understands it, and, respects my collection because I'm a DJ, whatever. And now, we're vibing, and everybody else, it was a very cool thing. Oh, and he has a producing program called Fruity Loops. So it was, no. That was the day that I met Reason. Yes, that was the day that Kwezi gave me Reason, my first copy of Reason. And that was the first time that I had that program. Yeah, through Kwezi, who I met through this nigga.
Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kudala ndihamba ndizula ndifunana noluthando, ndimana ndisiwa ndivuka ndikhangela yonke indawo. Kudala ndimana ndibuzisa thando, uphina ingaba uphina, ndimana ndibuzisa thando, ingaba uphina uthando, ndiyalufuna uthando, ndiyaludinga uthando, ndimnawe uthando, ndimnawe uthando, ndimnawe uthando, ndimnawe uthando, ndimnawe uthando, ndimnawe.
It ended up being the first night that I got introduced to the hot box. Yeah, we had a very, very, very crazy evening. Because that was also the first night I was ever allowed to leave home at night. And we had a very crazy evening.
By the way,
I got very drunk. And almost got mugged. They mugged Quizzy though. They took my phone from him. Anyway, so I get there. I meet for the first time a person named Uta Topshai, who is a legend. Full stop. And I see my nigga Breezy. Oh man, like everybody's working together and they all working with soul. Cause it's like, yeah man, here's a couple of beats that I made the other day. I chill here a lot. I'm like, yo, you know so many famous people. It was so crazy. So we chill, man, with the people, and a couple of songs were made, but we never got down to making ours. And I think we had a song to make at the time. That's very sad because that's a theme. We've never actually gotten to sit down and make our song. But let's move on.
Spit the rhyme so hot, y'all. You know, spit the rhyme so hot, y'all. The street else. You know, we can only do without y'all. Without y'all, bitch niggas. To the bitch bitches. All the girls from the Libra, Geminis, Virgos, most of them is divas. Lyra, Lisa, that shit go playing they games again. See, I've met many in life. Funny, can't recall their names again. I think it's fair to touch this heart of a young girl I love the most, but she listens to her friends too much. Hold up, that's cool. Yeah, you back in town and I'm older. That's right, cause you bitches still play the same game. That's hating on the brothers, man. Yeah.
Why you hating on the brothers, man? Why you hating on the brothers, man? Hate on the brothers, man. Damn, they hating on the brothers, man. Fuck them, they hating on the brothers, man. They hating on the brothers, man. Former soldiers, hustlers, homies, brothers to friends on the snake tip, hiding under cover, can tell who the faces. They always have to shapeshift. Love's in the air, niggas got it tainted. I'm done playing games with those that have lost the balls. Find it hard to know when the stickers have to pump your voice. Separate real man from boys. Go ahead and hate it, cause you're con good
like that. Y'all do. You hating all the time, man.
Why?
The street ass. I don't know.
I know who?
You know who?
Him too?
Yeah.
I heard you.
It's.
So, Uonge, I just entered this competition, this acting competition. I just made it to the semi-final round for a very huge media company. And so this is like my first real acting audition in front of people from like US, and yeah. So it was kind of like a big deal. I landed in Joburg, and just like that, like I didn't call him or anything, but just like that, my phone rings. Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm like, yo, guess where I am? It's like, oh fuck. I'm in Joburg. He's like, wait for me where you are. So he fetches me at Park Station, right? I tell him where I'm going to do the auditions were in Monte Casino. We do that, and right after I hit my nigga up on the phone. He's like, you know what? I'm joining you. I'm like, no, I thought I was gonna come home and zip me. He's like, fuck that shit. I'm coming to you. Guy comes to me. We chill Monte Casino. We get wasted. And we almost got killed by a Namibian pimp.
By the way.
He thought that we weren't paying his girls for the company, and we weren't even asking for the company. But we had an amazing night at the casino. It was awesome. Eish, my nigga. And during that time, that was the first time he actually went to visit my mom's place in Rustenburg. Yeah. Same week. It was very crazy. And then I got back to Cape Town. just done interviews for my first ever real permanent job, and I'm in Mpumalanga, and it's getting late. I don't know who to call. I'm like, yo, because you can't leave for Joburg that late. You need to know someone in Joburg for them to come pick you up at Park Station. So I call Soul. I'm like, yo, man, what's up? Where you at? He's like, I'm in Ochis. I'm like, what's that? It's a town. I'm in Ochis. I'm in Pola. I stay here. Where's Ochis? Mpumalanga. I'm like, yo, you're in Mpumalanga too? And it becomes that, like, we both get like very excited over the phone. Yo, you here too? Because we always end up at the same place, and almost as though, you know, it's okay. Let's move on. So I'm like, yo, man, what's up? I'm coming. He's like, yeah, okay, cool. And it rained that night. I ended up spending the night at a brothel on my way to Ochis. Shout out. I forgot its name. So now I'm moving, and I get there, and my nigga and I fucking chilled there while I was waiting for them to call me back for the for the job. Shit, they never called. Not at least for like 5 months anyway, and then I had to go back home. But yeah, we had some awesome times in Ochis. Yo, this guy. And tried to make beats, but like neither one of us found a chance to make a song. Like there was no collaboration whatsoever. We just enjoyed talking about music. Oh, we would argue about music all day. I remember there was a Royce the 5'9" Fonte debate. We would argue about music, like from point of view, we analyze a person's rhyme scheme, who killed who between bad and evil on that song or whatever. It was like awesome. It was cool, man. Like we always forgot to make music. Like I'd start making music when he's gone to work, but when he comes back, I'm like, fuck that shit, put that shit away. It's awesome. Telling you that first job story is because that was during the time when I got employed by that company eventually. I bought a car and I heard he bought a car too, so that was cool. And there was a then ex of mine that called me and asked if I knew what happened to Onke. Like, yo, what do you mean? Yo, man, the guy's at the hospital. Where? Wetbank. Yo! I immediately put the phone down, went to my boss. Yo, I need tomorrow off. Yeah, okay, cool, no problem. I've got a family emergency. Got in my car, drove like very fast to Witbank, where ironically, so is my cousin. And so I'm calling my cousin, yo, where you at? He's like, I'm still at work. I'm like, cool. I'm going to visit my friend first, and then we'll meet up later. That became an awesome fucking weekend, by the way. I mean, I go visit my friend, and yo,
By the way.
he looks the way he looks, right? But he's still himself. He's still okay. And I'm like, yo, man, what's up? He points a thumbs up at me. I'm like, yo, yeah, man, shit. It was bad to see him like that, but then at the same time, it was good to see that he still had humor because I told a joke and he laughed. And I'm like, yo, what do you need? And it was like, he's looking for a pen so he can write down what he's trying to tell me. And the nurses never gave him a pen. Fuck. He did tell me like a year later though what he was saying on the thing. Yeah. But he survived, my nigga. He survived. Uonke, I've always relied on him to master to mix, mostly to mix my beats because I really had terrible sound quality. But like the beats were okay, but like you could tell what they were trying to say, but like it wasn't coming out clear. A guy would just, which is it? Because every time when we'd meet up, he'd always look at my laptop and be like, let's see your projects. I want to see your latest projects. I want to hear what you just made. Every time when we meet up, it doesn't matter. We could be drinking and meet up for the first. Yeah, I want to hear your new music. And he just recently did that, by the way, with the new album that's coming out. He was like, I want to hear that. I want to hear that, and he was amazed by it. So.
It's.
No pressure. Spill better be some shit. So my nigga.
By the way.
Like, oh, let me hear your shit. And he would spice my beats up. And I got used to that because I felt like it was always my cushion, and I'd stop making beats that are just beats that sound shit and are waiting for when I meet up with him so he can fix them for me. And years later, last year, he was engineering for the recording of part of the album, and he just gave me all the raw files and was like, hey, cool, sharp, see you. Can't wait to hear the song. I'm like, what? Yo, aren't you gonna? Yeah, I don't have time. Sorry, I'm busy with Ndu. I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy with Kohli's shit. I'm busy. Like, yo, man, fuck. And that kind of put me in such an uncomfortable position because now I need to find somebody to mix this shit, and why can't I learn it? And then that turned my eye into the internet and YouTube, and then I learned how to mix my own music. Then I got good at it, and I got surprisingly fucking good reviews and shit like that. And I'm like, this guy, if only he'd hear my shit, which he eventually got to hear a couple of weeks ago, the last time that we saw each other. And he loved it. Shit.
I'm headed for the top, kindly pack my bags on Destiny Airlines and you can check my tags. Fully aerodynamic so you get no drag. And the puma kwa me front so's and best I yet. Put my hiking sign up, I'm about to slam the top. Like a drunken ass biker, I'ma slam these bars. And I won't lie cause I wanna slam these cars. Making sure that the Bozy and the Dan is nah. So I'll be right back inside your chicken she coast. Need to get the fam some bread and some cheese for the toast. No time to stroke heads or be pleasing ecos. You'll need to shoot the flare guns up if lingos. These guineos. That's when the honey flow came out. I'm killing these hoes. You'll have to watch the blood stains out. They run their mouths, but deep inside they willing to fold. I'll just call it checkmate when I'm winning the gold.
By the way,
Finally sitting where I thought I'd be long time ago. But I ain't staying long, gotta grind, gotta go. Happiness my destination and that you should know. Can cut the cake and eat it too, so it is kinda slow. Lee happening the way that it should be. Young musician from a mischievous MC. So see, I once did it for TV, but music made me realize that it's
You know, if you're listening,
heading to trust lift niggas that
there are a lot more of these stories. You know it as well as I do. And I really hope that this is a message that just gets captured and stays there and forever exists. I guess that's why I made sure that I poured this out in this way. I need this to be around forever. I need these words that I'm saying to you to be around forever, so that as time passes, it is clear that I will forever feel the same way about what I'm about to say. Thank you very much for so many firsts, because you created a monster. I haven't even talked about how you taught me how to change my drum line from its digital self to just, a little swing with the offbeat hi-hats and whatnot. I haven't even talked about that. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not even going to get into the fact that you introduced me to Ableton. I'm not even going to get into the fact that you kept arguing with me about how dope Fruity Loops is, and I kept thinking, no, it's just dope because you can make what you can make. I can't. It's just, it's so many firsts, guy, and I'm wondering if you leaving means that that's all that I need to do the rest of this shit without you. Because I need to learn something new from you, guy. I need you to teach me how to tweak a wave, man. But that's not reality, is it? So, I apologize to anyone that was listening to this for the sake of entertainment, because I just had to be brutally honest about it. So, see you next week for more fun, but right now, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Hola. How to breathe. Sometimes it feels like I can't breathe. I've been thinking that you gon' leave. Still on the grind, trying to make more cheese.
cheese. I'm trying to make more cheese.
The MOGL.